The elements. Are you not entertained by the rain? Donny! From now on, when you golf with Donny. Yo, it's Jonathan Stewart. Welcome to Tea Time Stew. This episode, I'm with Donny Lee, soon to be my golf coach, because I need one. 28 pro wins, 12 PGA, LPGA.
Yeah, 12 players on tour
Yeah.
I coached.
Yeah.
6 on the LPGA, 6 on the PGA Tour.
And today he is going to be coaching a former
Pro
NFL
bowler.
Pro Bowler running back that is trying to find his swing.
The road to single digits, right, Stu?
Yeah, the road to single digits, man.
Road to single
if
digits.
you can get me to single digits, I think it'll inspire many people to golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? That's what this is
all
all about.
Game, football player, not built like a golfer.
No.
But what can we do to lower the score?
Yeah.
And that's what I do best.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Spread this wisdom, spread some knowledge.
You got it, man.
Get me right, man. So
You
thank you, Donny. And
got
let's
it, bro.
get it, dude.
Yep.
Good Lord. Share with us the last time you played golf.
Probably Father's Day. It's been a while. So I played my last tournament a couple years ago, and I probably played 8 rounds in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Yep.
And he just hit a golf shot like he was playing yesterday. Nope.
Another one. You could tee it lower and really feel like you stay behind it. No ball.
All right. So that is a miss of mine.
Yeah. You get a little steep with your driver, right, Stu? So you got to really feel like you're catching the ball like on the upswing while you de-loft the club. That's the only club that we're actually hitting up on. Every other club we're hitting slightly downward on.
So
like
I'm hitting down at the ball.
So you want to feel like you're hitting on an uphill lie. Yeah, that's why you hit it a little high on the face. So I would tee it a little lower one, so it's a little bit more levels, and then feel like you're sweeping it more on the upswing, not so much hitting down on it.
When did you first start golfing?
No, my dad started, my brother and I was 13, playing
13.
First round. I was probably like a 50, handicap with cheating, didn't know the rules, you know, mulligans here and there, give me putts. And then by the time I was 14, I was a 5 handicap, no lessons, just doing it on my own on the weekends. And then became a pretty good player in South Jersey. Then I moved to Florida in high school to really train for golf. So you got to survey what you have, right? So what are the options here? One, you can chip out here left. That's the obvious.
Yeah.
That's the easy way. The other way is you have a shot that you can hit it low and you have all the room to go straight. You have a bunker that's blocking the green, so you can't go at the pin, right? You can't even go at the green, really. You have a left portion. So if you have good faith that you can keep this ball, hit it about 130 yards underneath these trees and hit it pretty straight, that's the shot. If you don't have faith in that, then I would just go left. And really look at it as like, what do you gain, what do you lose, right? So if you hit it over there, what do you really gain? You're still looking at maybe 4.2, 4.3. And I'm a numbers guy. If I chip out over here, I'm probably looking at 4.8. So it's a 0.6 differential, which is pretty big. If I could pull it off, right?
So you're saying high risk, high reward.
Yeah, could be.
Or
and
just
it's not,
play it safe.
Yeah, and it's not super high risk and super high reward. I don't think the reward's substantial, and I don't think the risk is that much either.
So if I'm going to hit this shot, do I keep it in the back of my stance to keep it low?
One, you need less loft, so you got to take a 7 or a 6, because that is going to hit this tree right here. There's no chance that one.
You don't use a pitching wedge in this situation.
You don't use a pitching wedge situation. 7 to 6. And this would explain why this talented golfer who swings at 128 miles an hour is a 16 handicap. But that will change. Pretty good. They're not bad. Just short of the green.
Oh,
shot, dude.
Just short.
I mean, the trees sometimes can be like 80, 90% air, right? Where you can go through it. As long as you're not hitting branches.
Right.
You know, in the trunk of the tree.
The trees are always 90% air. I like that. Don't be afraid of the trees. I'm gonna get my golf ball. My Mizuno ball over here, man.
Oh, he's still fast. He's still fast. Look at him go.
This is what happens when you go 2 off the tee and it's cart path only. Wow.
All right. Center of the green.
Not bad for a guy that hasn't played since Father's Day. All right.
Let's see it, Stu. It's a long one here.
I'm gonna hit this, and you're gonna tell me what I did wrong.
Pretty good. Yeah, really good shot. Did you guys get that?
Woo!
Wow. Wow.
Your boy. I've been in the sand too long.
That's like DeChambeau on 18. If you don't have the speed, you can't use lob wedge from that long of a bunker shot, right? But you got the speed, that's why you can explode it out there. I was like, man, that may be a gap wedge or a sand wedge, but you got a lot of loft there, but you need speed, and that's what you have. Double breaker.
Easy par.
Double breaker.
So you saw, it does break up here, huh?
It does. Well, it went right, but it came back left. So
yeah.
Yours is a little different line, though.
So do you ever do the thing where you measure with your feet?
You can. You can feel it with your feet, right? I still feel like I could do it better with my eyes than my feet, but the feet are a good way to feel it as well. I know it's popular on tour. And you could see that when you put your feet down here, it's probably a little less slope than it is over there.
Yeah, you were dead on.
It's more severe
it's
there
more
than
slopey
here.
right here.
Yep. And then it kind of
as I get
funnels
closer
out,
to the
straightens
hole,
out.
It definitely straightens out.
Yep. Sit down. Yeah,
hit a house. Hit a house.
Whoa, let me see this putter. It looks
got
so
putter.
little.
Yeah.
Wow. You like it?
I do.
That was nice.
Nice little Mizuno.
It's nice.
The M Craft, you know what I'm saying? That nice blue.
Okay.
All right, 3 putts. That's the damage of my golf game.
I would say the quickest way to lower your handicap is to make sure your speed is better in putting, right?
Yeah.
The chance of you making that putt right there with this amount of slope, this severity of the speed of green is probably like 10%. So you got 90% chance to miss. I would guarantee a 2-putt.
Yeah.
I'll just lag it to a foot, even if it's a foot short, foot left, foot long, foot right.
So don't even think about making the putt.
Until you're inside like, 15 feet, 10 feet, where you have a legitimate chance, where your odds are more for you making it. 8-footer on the PGA Tour is 50-50.
So I really shouldn't have thought to myself, oh, you're gonna make this putt.
Correct.
All right. You got a par 5, 478 yards. Very reachable.
Okay.
All right, won't hurt.
At least you definitely used the ground there. It's good.
Thoughts on athletes that play better golf that aren't golfers? Like, is it basketball players?
I mean, I think tennis, hockey, baseball,
players?
tennis, hockey, baseball, very related.
All right.
Right? The
So you
hand-eye.
and you got something in your hand swinging. Yep.
You know,
Pause.
football is definitely different.
Pause.
You know,
That's crazy.
I think all sports help. If you're a good athlete, I think that helps because you know the sequence.
Right.
How to throw a ball is very similar to how to hit a golf ball. So how to hit a tennis ball, how to hit a baseball, hockey puck, same thing. So I think they're all related, but probably hockey is so related as long as they don't play with the opposite hand, which they do often, because they have their strong hand or control hand on top, where in golf they have it on the bottom. So it's a little bit different. So they might be righty or lefty, right? So that's different. I think for like kids, I think they should play all sports until they get to maybe middle school, narrow it down to 2. And then high school, you got to really, if you're going to be a star in something, you got to pick one, right?
Good Lord. That's called experience, ladies and gentlemen. Coach me up on recovery shots and how to bounce back from a bad play.
So I would say this, dude. Anytime you get in trouble, you got to get yourself out of trouble. That's your number one goal. If you could take on a little bit more, but you can guarantee you get out of trouble, then go for it. If you can't, right? You can't guarantee that this ball will be in play the next shot, well, then go for something that you can.
Okay.
So that's really the key here.
All right, so based off of what you told me on the last shot, we were dealing with trees.
I would say it's easier for you to cut the ball than draw the ball. You have a tree right directly in your way. So I would really be going for left bunker there underneath this tree, like a 5-iron or so, and just hit like a little knockdown punch shot. Okay. Right. You don't have to hit it that far. Right. Just get yourself out of trouble.
Ah, dang.
If you do it like that, we should aim a little to the right. That was not in the hole.
Hey, let's get
that hit hard.
See if
About
I
70 yards.
see if I can emulate that.
What you got, 60?
56.
56?
That's my golf game, fellas.
So I would look everything on your through swing, Stu. Feel like you just turn through it, right? It's wedge shots are chest rotation. So we're not trying to drive the legs, but we got to make sure we turn our chest through the shot. Especially you got 56 from 70 yards. It's really a half shot for you.
Yeah.
Right? But that's why you made a backswing that could go probably 90 yards, so you'll slow it down and decel. Make an appropriate backswing that you can go ahead and be aggressive going through the shot and not go too far. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, better.
Yeah. We're on the green.
That was a better swing.
Yeah.
And then work on your distances. You got the read?
I'm gonna go.
One thing I always do when I'm reading the green, everybody in every pro-am I play, playing lessons, they always give me the left to right or right to left. The obvious, right? Like it breaks the foot out or right lip. Nobody gives me the speed. The speed is the most critical part of this putt, and we have not looked at the side view. I'll come over here, not to get more TV time, but I'm actually get a better view of the length of the putt, if it's uphill or downhill. So I am reading speed, which is the most important part of all putts, except for maybe 6-footers, right? Anything outside 20 feet, 30 feet, 40, speed is the most important, right? So you can see here, all right, I'm calculating the speed in my head, and then from there, I can go ahead and pick a line I think it's gonna go on and make a good stroke. The chance you making this is less than 20%, I would make sure you guarantee it's a 2-putt.
Speed was all right. It was just the way.
It started a little bit right and it broke right.
Yeah.
Good speed.
Yeah.
So here's a bit of advice that I think would be helpful and maybe not really known. Pros look at the hole, they play golf from the hole backwards. I think most amateurs play from the tee box of the hole. Meaning, if I need to guarantee par on this hole, what needs to happen? I need to have a 3-footer or less for my 4th shot, right? Or 5th shot, whatever it is, whatever the par is.
Yeah.
Right? My par putt needs to be inside 3 feet. How does that happen? I gotta have my birdie putt, my 3rd shot, inside of 25, 30 feet. How does that happen? Well, I like to have a shot from 100 to, maybe 150 in, or even less than that, right? How does that happen? And put it so they work backwards. Kind of like a billiards player, right? I'm not that good at pool, so I just try to make one ball.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about where the cue ball is going to make a bunch of other balls. But a good billiards player is. They're looking at like, all right, they're going to make a collection of balls and run that table. Well, that's what golfers do. They're like, all right, I'm setting up. What's the purpose of shot number 1? Set up where you're going to play shot number 2. What's the purpose of shot number 2? Set up where you're going to play shot number 3. It's not about one great shot. It's a collection of shots that's going to add up to a lower score on the hole for 18.
So, we have a par 5 coming up here.
Yep.
And based off of what you're telling me as far as playing the hole backwards.
So let's take that strategy here, right?
Yeah.
So there's water up there by the green, if I remember correctly, right? So do you normally go for it? Can you reach it or no?
Depends on what I do with the drive.
Okay, so if you hit a good drive, you can, right?
Yeah.
So what are the chances of hitting a good drive here? Do you often do it or not? So I look at it like that. For me, I think there's trouble there up there. Even if you can reach it, doesn't mean you will, right? Just because you have the distance to reach it. So if you play it as a 3-shot hole, it takes all the pressure off.
Yeah.
You don't always have to hit driver, even on par 5s. If you're playing from the hole backwards, you want a birdie putt, so you want to be on the green in 3 shots. You can have a wedge in your hand for your 3rd shot.
Yeah.
Right? So then you need 2 shots to go. Let's say this hole is 520 and you want to be 80 yards away.
Yeah.
Then we'll hit it 440 in 2 shots. So what 2 shots go 440 the easiest? It could be like hybrid, it could be 4-iron, 7-iron, it could be whatever it is, right? And if you play like that, I bet you score way better. You'll be a way better scorer if you did that. Now, it's probably not as fun doing that, right? So you just want to smash drive. So you can do what you want. But I'm just saying, if you're in a tournament and you really care about your score, the strategy comes into play.
Mac Daddy. You ain't even swing hard, and you were just
He looked like Fred Couples. He was chilling.
man was just like, and I'm hitting this draw today. Do you hit fades or draws? No.
Predominantly pretty straight, but I favor more draw than fade.
Right. So
if you're going bad, I overdraw it or overpull it. I'll go to the range and hit 15 cuts before I tee off.
Right.
Knowing that I won't cut it when I play, but if I try to emulate it, I might hit it straight.
Yeah.
Right. Minimize the left.
Donny! Yeah. Pure. I think we might be in the same location. I got you.
Your strength will make up for a lot of immobility. And you're actually pretty mobile, but you can't be that mobile having that much muscle.
Right.
Right? So like muscle is tight, you know, and if you have a lot of it, then you're tighter, right? So you can get more mobile. Like Tiger and Rory, they're definitely tighter now, but they're also way stronger now, right? So there's merit to that. But if you got weaker and more mobile, you'd hit it farther and better.
Yeah. Donny!
That probably went like 175, right?
Yeah. That boy talking me through it now. From now on, when you golf with Donny. Yeah.
I always say 420, par 4, whatever the yardage is, do the math. What do you want to have in? Calculate backwards what you can hit off the tee. And keep in mind what's the widest part of the fairway. If you want to hit, if 240 is optimal, but there's a lot of trouble at 240, then you can't hit it 240. You hit it over or short of it, right?
Yeah.
But just do the math. It's all numbers in the end.
Kids, stay in school, pay attention in math class. It'll help you in the long run when you're trying to go golf.
Like that.
This man, you saw that? Just dribbled it in. He's like, yeah, you know, just a walk in the park, man. Yeah, it looked like it's going downhill.
It was the smile when he looked back at you.
Man,
Like,
what? That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Here we go.
I want you to feel like it is a strike a little bit, not a push along, right? So it looks like sometimes you'll push it along instead of actually just strike the putt. If you want to strike it, the head's got to be dead still. This is the only shot in golf I ask you to keep your head steady or still. Keep it dead still and make great contact both until you finish. Right? And make the appropriate backswing that if you hit it pretty aggressively, it doesn't go that far by. Much better. Much better stroke. Then you can start gauging. It was maybe a little bit more of a strike than you wanted.
It felt better though. I felt more committed.
Yeah. You know, I think you kind of
baby it.
Wish it in, right? It's like you just kind of wish it
Oh,
in.
but please believe me, I'd be wishing it going in, boy. I'd be wishing that ball going in.
You don't have to have everything on point. You just got to be not terrible at any one of them. You can't putt terrible, chip terrible, hit your irons terrible, and drive it terrible. If you do those things, you play above average.
Right.
You lower your handicap.
Caught a little thin.
Great job. Good contact out there.
Yeah, that was.
I would just say overall wedge play, just be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of ease it. Probably hit a little harder than that. See, that's probably the right distance.
Yeah, that was the right distance. Went to the wrong hole. He just hit that, like, if that was me, that ball would have been over there. He hit that ball in that hole, like, get in the hole. That was a good putt, because it went about, you know, a foot by. That's where them gimme putts come in play. Man, Donny, thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, we gonna do it again. I'm looking forward to really sharpening my game. My journey to a single-digit handicap starts today. Before you go though, what's one thing that you learned from playing golf that you take to heart for life?
You know what? I think life can really beat you up, like Rocky Balboa says, right?
Mm-hmm.
And golf certainly does that. Every day, almost every hole, you can get beat up, but you just keep going, keep picking yourself up, plugging along, and it makes you really resilient. And that is the number one thing you got to be in life, is resilient, right? You got to bounce back. And I think golf, like life, is not fair. You can work your ass off and not get better.
Yeah.
You could do nothing and all of a sudden play a good round, right? So it's not fair. But over time, you do all the right things, have the right processes in order, right? You'll probably play better. You got your ups and downs. There's certainly ups and downs for professional golfers. Imagine how the amateur golfer feels. A pro golfer shoots a 64 and a 75.
Yeah.
Well, then what's an amateur? They shouldn't be surprised that they shot a 90 and 120, right? These guys do it for a living. So that's one thing you learn. You play enough golf, it'll humble you, right? Like many of us have said.
Yeah.
And it'll make you tougher. And you got to be one tough SOB to handle this game competitively.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the number one ingredient.
Yeah. Mental toughness. I love it because I think that translates to every single aspect of life. Whether you're a dad, whether you're a parent, business owner,
Right?
a husband,
Chess
wife,
player.
chess player. Yeah, a teenager that has all the things happening in their life right now, and yeah. So just figure out how. It's almost kind of like that saying, "Stay ready so you don't have to get ready."
That's true.
Right? And that's all about mental preparation.
Yeah.
So appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
You got it.
That was awesome. Tea Time Stew. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it, whatever you got to do. We out here golfing. Are you a chess player?
I can play chess.
I'm a chess player.
Are you?
Yeah,
Right,
me and my brother.
have to play
Me and my brother used to play chess like crazy.
I'm playing with my daughter, Madison.
Really?
Yeah, we've been playing some. Yeah.
You got chess on your phone, the app?
I don't. No.
Oh,
no.
see, yeah, you gotta get chess
all
on
right.
the app.
We'll have to play.